Hey everyone, my name is Daniel and today I'm going to be presenting on recycling.
Richie, Emily,
And then
Rebecca.
me. Hi.
We're going to start off with a quick video.
Many of us regularly recycle items like plastic milk bottles and glass bottles from our kitchens, but it's also easy to recycle lots of items from other places in and around your home. Let's start in the bathroom. You can recycle lots of things from here: shampoo, bleach and bathroom cleaner bottles, toilet roll tubes and toothpaste boxes. In the living room, you can also recycle old newspapers, cans and envelopes. It's good to know that recycling one drinks can could save enough energy to power a TV for 4 hours. And from the bedroom, magazines, as well as cardboard tissue boxes and aerosols. Now back to the kitchen. You can also recycle breakfast cereal, dishwasher and kitchen wrap boxes and tubes, washing up liquid and pop bottles, and all your tins and cans. Everything you recycle brings real benefits. It comes back again and again as new stuff, saving resources and the environment. For example, plastic bottles can be recycled into footy shirts, fleeces and new plastic bottles.
Did you catch that fact? One recycled can can save enough energy to power TV for 4 hours. And the video shows all the different kinds of things that can be recycled around your home. One person can truly make a difference. On average, a person produces 4.5 pounds of waste a day. This is a big number, especially when you think about it in terms of a household or a neighborhood or even a city. New York, for example, produces in one single day enough trash to fill up the entire Empire State Building. How much of this do you think could be reused? And more importantly, how much do you think is actually recycled? Americans as a whole generated 254 million tons of trash, and they recycled or composted only about 87 million tons. This comes out to an approximate rate of 34%. To give you some perspective, Germany, another global economic leader, recycles about 62% of waste. Now, for a country that claims to be the greatest on earth, 34% doesn't seem that great to me. What gives us the right to be so wasteful? We consume a variety of products on a daily basis to meet our needs, and most of them end up in landfills. How much do you think of that could actually be recycled? Growing up in Portland, I just assumed everyone recycled, and then I moved out to Texas for college and didn't even have access to curbside recycling anymore. And I'm not alone in this. More than a quarter of Americans don't have access to curbside recycling. This past year, I was given the opportunity to study abroad in Germany, and this gave me some perspective. As soon as I got there, I noticed a definite cultural shift in their attitude towards living sustainably. They recycle just about everything they use. They've got about 4 different categories for their recyclable materials. In order to create a sustainable future, we need to mandate recycling on a national basis. Today, I'll discuss the benefits of recycling as well as why we need to mandate it on a national scale. Let's start with the benefits. Recycling has numerous benefits that impact the triple bottom line of environmental protection, economic success, and social responsibility. The environmental ones are obvious. It reduces waste sent to landfills, it conserves natural resources, prevents pollution, saves energy, and it does all this simultaneously. Why would we not recycle? It seems to just make sense. Some might say that there are economic concerns, but there are economic advantages, in fact, to recycling. It increases our security by tapping into domestic resources, and it supports manufacturing in the United States. In fact, a study found that recycling in a single year accounted to 757,000 jobs, $36.6 billion in wages, and $6.7 billion in tax revenues. This accounts to about 1.57 jobs, $76,000 in wages, and $14,000 in tax revenues per every 1,000 tons of recycling material. And this comes from Recycling Basics on the EPA's website. In addition to the environmental and economic benefits that I've discussed, there are social ones as well. Recycling non-traditional items like clothing or books, CDs, and DVDs to places like Goodwill and Salvation Army, an item can find a second life. This also creates a sharing and community environment that is essential to sustainable living. Unfortunately, there is no federal law that mandates recycling. The EPA has been created to promote recycling, however, it doesn't enforce it. In order to foster sustainable living, this is not enough. The issue's been delegated to local jurisdictions like cities, and it's led to poor uniformity and a lack of penalty structure. 50 states, all with varying stances, is very ineffective. A number of states like California and Oregon have passed laws establishing refunds for beverage containers, and this has been very effective. This positive reinforcement has created a culture that values recycling. And big cities like New York and Seattle have implemented fines for throwing away recyclable materials very effectively, both in residential and businesses. Now, some might say that recycling is hard to enforce in the capitalist United States because we run on the free market, and Americans might say that this infringes on our rights. But recycling is essential to preservation. It's no longer just important, it's imperative. These current habits are not sustainable. And recycling is an easy thing to do. It can make a difference, even just one person. The government needs to be active in creating change and enforcing these behaviors on a federal level. Recycling involves all three elements of the sustainability triangle: reducing waste, reusing a product by creating a path, and it finally converts a used product into something new. The benefits speak for themselves. It's time for a change. Thanks.